From outside Liberia's capital, the Pleasant. Good evening and welcome to Fulcrum News Summary. 50 minutes of news presentation covering Liberia, Africa, and our worldwide. My name is Lyndon Togba, anchoring this segment of news presentation. Coming up in the headlines, President Joseph Boakai extends congratulatory message to the government and the people of the United States on the occasion marking the 249th Independence celebration. Government break grounds for the construction of a radiotherapy center at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center. Former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Twe threatens defamation lawsuit against Spoon FM CEO Stento Witherspoon. These and many more are our package. We're taking a short break. When we come back, we bring you our news bulletin. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us on this presentation. President Joseph Boakai has conveyed congratulatory compliments to his U.S. counterparts, President Donald Trump, on the occasion marking America's 249th independence anniversary. July 4 is observed annually as American Independence Day, a sober moment for the country to reflect on its foundational principles of liberty, democracy, and the pursuit of happiness. The occasion further spotlights the contribution made by founding individuals who braved the storm to uphold the dues that led to American independence in yesteryears. During the glorious movement, across sections of celebration is held in various regions, namely Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, marking a significant celebration of the nationhood. President Boakai expressed heartfelt felicitation and sincere best wishes to President Trump on behalf of the people of Liberia and in his own name, describing the moment as exceptional. The Liberian leader emphasized Liberia's unwavering commitment to fostering stronger diplomatic connections aimed at annexing cooperation. President Boakai committed his administration's willingness to fostering democratization and security amid challenging geopolitical realities on the continent. Liberia's President Joseph Boakai has broken grounds for the construction of a radiotherapy center at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center. The move underscores government unwavering commitment to advancing service delivery in the nation's health sector. Radioactivity is used in medicine for both diagnostic and therapeutic purposes. It plays a vital role in informing medical practitioners detect and visualize organs and tissue while performing cancer-related treatment. When constructed, the facility will mark a pivotal milestone in catering to cancer-related diseases, thus serving thousands of Liberians in combating the deadly menace. Former Ministers of Finance and Development Planning Samuel Twe has vowed to fight a defamation lawsuit against Spoon Talk Show host Stanton Witherspoon following allegation that he misappropriated US $30 million in COVID-19 emergency funds. Addressing reporters on Friday at the Coalitions for Democratic Change headquarters in Congo-Time, Twe categorically denied the claims, labeling them as malicious misinformation aimed at tarnishing his reputation and misleading the Liberian public. Twe's remarks come amid growing public scrutiny over his role in a broader corruption probe involving more than $1 billion Liberian dollars and US 500,000 in allegedly unauthorized financial transfer. Though he has not been indicted, the case remains under legal review. The Supreme Court recently delayed a related hearing following a motion that questioned Chief Justice Yanin Yu's eligibility to preside given her age. The Assistant Ministers of Mines at the Assistant Ministers of Mines and Energy Carlos Tingbe is expressing gratitude shortly after a day-long capacity building in training of staff at the ministry. Recently, several staff of the ministry participated in the hands-on training in the People's Republic of China. According to Minister Tingba, the move was a pivotal step for Liberia's mining safety standards. The weekend exercise was organized by the Chinese government, which was tailored around operational safety among workers. The training further deepened their understandings of Liberians' delegates on mine safety from Academy of Safety Science and Technology, enhancing their insights on cutting-edge rescue technologies, modern monitoring systems, as well as innovative mining safety standards. As part of the exercise, the delegation also visited notable mining equipment manufacturers such as Sani and Tiaman, gaining first-hand insight into the industry best practices. Minister Tingban pledged to take immediate actions based on lessons learned, asserting that the partnership between Liberia and China sets a new benchmark for mine safety operation. The National Elections Commission has officially turned over 500 biometric voter registration keys to National Identification Registry to support national citizens registration. The handover ceremony held recently at the NEC's headquarters in Singapore followed a memorandum of understanding between NEC and NIR officials, strengthening technical cooperation. The NEC chairperson Deviata Brown Lasana and NIR executive director Andrew Peter signed on behalf of their respective institutions, with all 7 commissioners present. Senior government officials, including Internal Affairs Minister Francis Yumali, CSA Director Josiah Jokai, and international partners from the United Nations Development Program and European Union attended. The transfer is expected to enhance national identification efforts, reflecting a strong interagency collaboration to improve data integrity, governance, and inclusive citizen service nationwide. This is a reminder that you are listening to Focus News Summary, 50 minutes of news presentation covering Liberia, Africa, and our one world. Let's bring you a quick recap of top stories we are following on our news program. President Joseph Boakai extends congratulatory message to the government and the people of the United States on their 249th Independence Day celebration. Government break grounds for the construction of a radiotherapy center at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center. Former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tue threatens defamation lawsuit against Spoon FM CEO Stanton Witherspoon. Briefly away from home, BBC on French Beach as police slash Bagram taxi boat heading to UK. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we bring you more development on our news program. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. U.S. President Donald Trump is set to host leaders from African nations in Washington from July 9 to 11 to discuss commercial opportunities. Presidents from Gabon, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Mauritania, and Senegal are expected to attend the talks at the White House. The meeting aligns with the Trump administration's America First agenda, which has cut American aid to Africa in favor of trade, investment, and mutual economic growth. It also marks a continuation of increased U.S. diplomatic engagement on the continent following the recent peace deal between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Liberia Football Association today commenced a 2-day workshop on the domestic transfer matching system for members club. The workshop is expected to enhance participant knowledge and effective use of the DTMS platform ahead of the upcoming league season. The DTMS is a digital platform, a subcomponent of the TMS that is specifically built to handle players' transfer within a defined football domain. Members beginning with the 2025-2026 league season, the use of DTMS will be mandatory for all transfer. President Joseph Boakai has signed the National Food Assistance Agency Act into law, marking a major step towards strengthening food security and reducing hunger nationwide. The NFAA establishes a statutory body tasked with developing and implementing and coordinating food assistance program while enhancing emergency responses and supporting Liberia's most vulnerable communities. President Bouakai called the law a critical tool for social protection and poverty reduction, emphasizing it fulfills the promise that no Liberian will sleep hungry again. The agency will be governed by a board headed by Director General appointed by the President with Senate consent, collaborating widely to deliver the existence. The historic move aligns Liberia with international best practices, advances, sustainable development goal tool, and reaffirms the Bouakai's administration dedication to inclusive people-centered national development. The Ministry of Health and Social Welfare is expected to embark on a major campaign to raise awareness among pregnant women. The initiative will run from July 7 to 11. The move will be held on the phrase Join the Movement to Save Life. The countdown is on. It seeks to provide a broader understanding about notable signs women experience during pregnancy. In the release, the ministry emphasized that the exercise will significantly help to address infant mortality and other illnesses. The ministry warned against delay, noting that it is detrimental to both the mother and the offspring. President Joseph Bouakai has warmly welcomed Liberia's 2025 Hajj pilgrim, celebrating their safe return from Mecca during a Thanksgiving pilgrims a shared lesson of patience, sacrifice, and unity. President Bouakai urged the pilgrims to become ambassadors of peace, using their spiritual experience to support Liberia's healing, reconciliations, and inclusive development across all communities and regions. Reaffirming his commitment to religious freedom, he emphasized that every Liberian must feel respected and included regardless of their faith, ethnicities, and background. The president concluded by calling on all Liberians to work together using faith as a bridge to promote forgiveness, justice, solidarity, and national renewal. President Joseph Bouakai has warmly welcomed First Instant Board of Liberia Football Association has officially certified FC Faseld Black Men Warrior and determined girls to participate in the 2025 Inter World Cup competition. The move will follow confirmation and subsequent review and approval by the Confederation of African Football. According to the board chair, Councillor Jacob Derrett, all three clubs have successfully met the minimum requirement enshrined in the CAF online platform for participations in continental competition. Based on this finding, the Fresh Bowl formally recommended that the clubs will be granted lessons to represent Liberia in the upcoming CAF Interclub competition. And French police have waded into the shallow waters of a beach south at a Boron used knives to slash an inflatable small boat packed with men and women and children that was howling dangerously in the wave. All those on board clambered to safety as the boat collapsed in chaotic scene. The intervention was highly unusual. French police usually follow strict rules that barred them from going into the sea in case they put lives at risk. There have been some speculation that this rare incident could be evidence that the French police, under growing pressures, could stop a surge of small boat migrant crossing to the UK are changing their tactics. But they have made it clear to BBC that the police have adopted any new tactics in dealing with small boat launches. Now to end this news, we recap major stories we have been following closely on our news program. President Joseph Bouakai extends congratulatory message to the government and the people of the United States on their 249th Independence Day celebration. Government break grounds for the construction of a radiotherapy center at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center. Former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tuet threatens defamation lawsuit against Spoon FM CEO Stanton Witherspoon. Briefly away from whom, BBC on French B says police slash migrant taxi boat held him to UK. This is Spoken News Summary. My name is Kay Lyndon Togby, presented.